one thing, key strategy, the use of technology. Nicola, we talked about this in the preparation call, that there's active management or stock picking, there's the passive way, and you call it the third way, use data. But the key is how to use the data and how to use artificial intelligence and so on.
Sure. What I believe is that we as we are, most of us, active investors, stock pickers, we always strive to understand what is going to be the next edge for our clients. I mean, the people the company we invest in. And we look at technology and the way, as an example, algorithm or artificial intelligence is helping in any sector make a difference or take a lead. And we cannot be out of that as asset managers. So I think that technology and artificial intelligence and the management of big data, let's put it this way, has probably an impact on us two ways. One, on the cost side, because obviously it helps, through robot process automation that we all put in place, it helps us be more efficient. And on the other side, I believe that the same way as today or 20 years ago, when you were doing financial analysis, you were relying, in fact, on meeting the company, on annual reports, on financial information. You need now to be able to integrate non-financial information, non-traditional information to build up your comprehension of your investment. So 3 years ago, as an example, as a company at Oddo BHF, we partnered with a big data company, a partnership, independent, made of people. And we started to work on how can we build algorithm that would help us screen the whole universe of listed companies and find companies that would be interested related to what we believe is a thematic or a trend. So we used natural language processes algorithm that we built with them. And that's for us now a third way, basically, to invest money. Stock picking on small caps, factor base on large caps. And for these global trends, we are using algorithm, not only algorithm, but algorithm which help us basically analyze 4 million data a day. And I think that that's simply not saying that the robot or the algorithm will do everything for you, because that's not what we believe or what we do, but that you need to include that in what is going the future of your industry.
Yes, maybe adding on this, I think, Nicolas, it's very interesting what we see in the industry with artificial intelligence and the support of technology. I think there has been a hype like 1.5, 2 years ago, and a lot of people becoming very excited and claiming that active handmade management is coming to an end and the machines are taking over. Well, we are seeing a lot on the market. What we haven't really seen is some computer taking over. I personally doubt that we will see this in the next years at all. I think as long as the weather forecast for the next 5 days is as difficult as it is still today, and this is a totally a physics process, and to a certain way, more computable than global market and people's behavior, which is random and changes over time. I think we won't see any significant contribution, but in the way of artificial intelligence and fund management anywhere in the near future. It certainly might help processing data more quickly than in the past, and being more efficient in what you're doing. But I think it's still, at the end of the day, it's a people's business. It's more art. It's more art than science, and so I think we won't see a lot of quantitative concepts taking over real active management for now.
is it the most important thing, maybe getting this transition, as you mentioned, maybe 20, 30 years ago, I wouldn't imagine using a computer, and now it's more the other way, getting rid maybe from this computer data to other programs?
I think it's the right mix. I think that like in any industry, you need to look at what's happening. And, we are an information that processes information. We're processing information, we're processing information which are financial data. We're processing information that is the press release from the listed companies. We are processing information from research hubs. And what I'm saying is we should not limit ourselves now that the possibility of processing additional data is open to us. And that probably is giving an edge or a complementarity to what we've been doing in the past. And that's something that is going to stay. At least that's my belief.
It's like
we would agree with you.
A support system which helps you, here and there, but you're still driving.
Yeah.
We would agree with you as well, Nicolas. We've spent enormous amounts of dollars on technology, big data, with using data scientists, and because you're right. This is a business of, if you're an active manager, you're in the business of analyzing information, and you want to get that information is just coming to you in different ways now, and you have to utilize all of that's at your disposal to try to get an edge of where can you actually create alpha in your portfolios, and if natural language processing, for instance, works, then I think you need to use it.
Yeah, and I think that I think it's a value-adding evolution process, and you cannot say, okay, this is old school and this is wrong and this is new school and this is right. I think maybe the charm and the beauty is that the truth, as so often, lies somewhere in between, and you can bring these different worlds together. I personally think I'm a strong believer that also the concept of bundling the forces could be easily played by bringing together the active and the passive management styles. So it's a complementary approach. So let's take, for example, a tactical asset allocation. I think you can define a really competitive tactical asset allocation approach and strategy by using passive ETFs to play the markets. Yeah, so it's a very cost-efficient strategy, fully focused on the optimal tactical asset allocation. And having said that, this is a perfect way to bring both worlds together. And also, when you look at the fundamental investment style and the quantitative approach, and the quantitative approach is pretty close to digitalization and machine learning and artificial intelligence. So you can also bring together the two worlds here as well. So I personally am a strong believer bundling the forces and seeing the truth somewhere in between. And this will be for me also the future, part of the future in asset management.